Today our topic is why Seneca's on the shortness of life is a must-read. In a world where time feels like it's slipping through our fingers, Seneca's essay reminds us of what truly matters. Written nearly 2,000 years ago, this work is still incredibly relevant today. Seneca was a Roman philosopher, and his ideas about life, time, and how we use it can teach us so much about living meaningfully. Let's dive into why this essay is so important and what we can learn from it. Seneca starts by pointing out something we all feel but rarely talk about. Life isn't short, but we make it short by wasting it. He says that if we live wisely, life is long enough. But most of us spend our days chasing things that don't really matter. We get caught up in busyness, distractions, and worries, and before we know it, years have passed, and we wonder where the time went. This is the core message of Seneca's essay. Life is only short if we don't use it well. One of the biggest problems Seneca identifies is that we often live as if we have unlimited time. We procrastinate, delay our dreams, and put off what's important. But time is the one thing we can never get back. Once it's gone forever. Seneca urges us to stop wasting time on trivial things and focus on what truly matters. This is a powerful reminder for all of us, especially in today's fast-paced world where we're constantly bombarded with distractions. Another key idea in Seneca's essay is that we should stop living for the future and start living in the present. Many of us spend our lives waiting for the right moment when we'll have more money, more time, or fewer responsibilities. But Seneca warns that this is a trap. The future is uncertain, and the only time we truly have is now. He encourages us to embrace the present moment and make the most of it. This doesn't mean we shouldn't plan for the future, but we shouldn't let it consume us. Seneca also talks about the importance of self-reflection and understanding our own lives. He says that many people go through life without ever really thinking about what they're doing or why. They follow the crowd, chase after wealth and status, and never stop to ask themselves if they're truly happy. Seneca believes that true happiness comes from living a life of purpose and meaning, not from external achievements. This is a lesson that's just as important today as it was in ancient Rome. One of the most striking parts of Seneca's essay is his critique of how people spend their time. He says that many of us waste our lives on things that don't bring us real satisfaction, like endless work, pointless arguments, or chasing after material possessions. Seneca isn't against hard work or having nice things, but he warns us not to let these things take over our lives. He reminds us that time is our most valuable resource, and we should use it wisely. Seneca also emphasizes the importance of learning and personal growth. He believes that we should spend our time improving ourselves, not just for the sake of success, but for the sake of becoming better people. This means reading, thinking, and reflecting on our lives. It means surrounding ourselves with good influences and avoiding those who bring negativity. Seneca's message is clear. The quality of our lives depends on how we choose to spend our time. Another important theme in Seneca's essay is the idea of death. He doesn't shy away from this topic, but instead he uses it to remind us of the preciousness of life. Seneca says that death is inevitable, and because of that we should live each day as if it could be our last. This might sound morbid, but it's actually a very freeing idea. When we accept that life is finite, we're more likely to focus on what truly matters and let go of what doesn't. Seneca's essay is also a call to action. He doesn't just want us to think about these ideas. He wants us to act on them. He urges us to take control of our lives, make conscious choices, and stop letting time slip away. This is a message that resonates deeply in today's world, where so many of us feel overwhelmed and disconnected from what really matters. Seneca's advice is practical and actionable, and it's something we can all apply to our own lives. One of the reasons Seneca's essay is so powerful is that it's written in a way that's easy to understand. He doesn't use complicated language or abstract ideas. Instead, he speaks directly to the reader, as if he's having a conversation with us. This makes his message even more impactful because it feels personal and relatable. It's like his speaking directly to us, urging us to wake up and take control of our lives. Another reason On the Shortness of Life is a must-read is that it's timeless. Even though it was written so long ago, the issues Seneca talks about are still relevant today. We still struggle with wasting time, living for the future, and losing sight of what's truly important. Seneca's wisdom cuts through the noise and gets to the heart of what it means to live a good life. Reading this essay is like having a wise friend who helps us see things more clearly. Seneca's essay also teaches us about the importance of balance. He doesn't say that we should give up all worldly pursuits and live like hermits. Instead, he encourages us to find a balance between work, leisure, and personal growth. He reminds us that it's okay to enjoy life, but we shouldn't let pleasure or success become our only goals. This balanced approach is something that's often missing in today's all-or-nothing culture. Another reason to read Seneca's essay is that it helps us develop a sense of gratitude. When we realize how precious time is, we start to appreciate the moments we have. We stop taking things for granted and start finding joy in the simple things. Seneca reminds us that life is a gift, and we should treat it as such. This attitude of gratitude can transform the way we see the world and help us live more fulfilling lives. Seneca's essay also challenges us to think about our legacy. He asks us to consider what we want to leave behind when we're gone. This isn't about fame or fortune, but about the impact we have on the people around us and the world. Seneca believes that a life well lived is one that makes a positive difference. This is a powerful reminder that our actions matter, and we should strive to live in a way that reflects our values. Finally, Seneca's essay is a must-read because it's a call to live authentically. He encourages us to be true to ourselves and not let society dictate how we should live. This means following our own path, pursuing our passions, and living in a way that feels right to us. In a world that's constantly telling us what to do and how to be, this message is incredibly refreshing and empowering. In conclusion, Seneca's On the Shortness of Life is a must-read because it offers timeless wisdom about how to live a meaningful life. It reminds us that time is our most valuable resource and encourages us to use it wisely. Seneca's ideas about living in the present, focusing on what truly matters, and finding balance are just as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. Reading this essay is like having a conversation with a wise friend who helps us see our lives more clearly and inspires us to make the most of the time we have. So, if you're looking for a book that will challenge you, inspire you, and change the way you think about life, On the Shortness of Life is the perfect choice. It's a short read, but its lessons will stay with you for a lifetime.